Now, the Divi theme is really good at making your website look good on mobile devices. So if we make this smaller, it will adjust to show us what it will look like on a mobile device. Sometimes though, there will be elements that need to be adjusted. And it's important to go in and to make these changes because a lot of people are using their mobile devices to look at your website. I'm going to go in and make this logo bigger and adjust this font by using the mobile settings in the Visual Builder. So all you need to do is enter the Visual Builder, and then at the bottom you can see this purple circle with the 3 dots. Just click on that one and then change it to Mobile View, which is this one here. When you hover over it, it will say Phone View. Click on that one. So it will reduce it to be the size of a mobile phone. So you can scroll down and see exactly how it will look on a mobile device. And you can go in and make adjustments. So the contact form is looking good to me. The testimonials are looking good. The subscribe form is looking good. And the about section, my buttons that link through to the different pages look fine. But what I'm wanting to adjust is this logo image and this wording here. So to do that, all I need to do is click on the setting, so the module, and then I want to go into design and then into sizing, and then I want to click on this mobile phone view just to make sure the image is set to 100% for the smartphone. I can then see what it looks like on the tablet view and the desktop view, and then back to the smartphone view. And then I'm going to save that one. The next bit I want to change is this text module. So I'm going to go onto the module setting again, go into the design, go into the text, and then go into this phone setting on the text size. Going to click on that one. Make sure it's selected on the smartphone. So again, you can go to the tablet and the desktop, but I'm going to select the smartphone. And here I can adjust the sizing so it looks a little bit easier to read. And then I'm also going to adjust the text letter spacing. So I'm going to click on the phone device, click on the smartphone area, and then I can increase and decrease this as well. I'm then going to go into the text line height, going to click on the mobile phone, make sure it's the smartphone, and then I can adjust the text line height by scrolling up and down. Then I'm going to go into this heading text. Make sure it's set on the heading text that I had selected, which was H3. Going to go into the heading text size. Make sure it's on the smartphone. Then I can increase and decrease that accordingly. I'm then going to adjust the letter spacing. Make sure it's set on the smartphone. And I'm going to adjust the line height. Making sure you have the smartphone selected. So there you go. So now I've adjusted the logo for the smartphone. I've adjusted the font and then save that one. Now I can go in and adjust the design of my Facebook and Instagram icons. Go into sizing, into the phone, make sure it's set to 100%. Now these buttons look fine, but I might just reduce the size of these images just so that it's not so large on the mobile phone. So to do that, my images are set in the green row section. So I don't want to go into the module section, which is the text area, or the button section. I want to go into the green row setting, which is where I had put my images, my background images. So I'm going to go into the row section, select design, select spacing, and here you can see where I've added those different paddings. So this is the desktop padding. Now I want to go into the different device sizes, and I want to select the smartphone setting. So I'm going to reduce the top to 50 and the bottom to 50. So that just reduces the size, so it's not so large when you're scrolling through. I'm going to do that for the next image, so make sure you select that device. Make sure it's set to smartphone. Then I'm going to change the top to 50 and the bottom to 50 padding. So now it's changed the first one and the back and the second one. And then I'm going to change the third column again. Make sure you click on the device, make sure it's set to the smartphone. And I'm going to put 50 at the top and 50 at the bottom padding. So that just reduces the size around the buttons and the text and makes the images a little bit smaller and easier to scroll through. Again, here there's quite a lot of space when scrolling on a mobile phone. So what I'm going to do is reduce that size. So I'm just going to save those out. And to do that, I need to find out which section I need to reduce. So here when I hover over it, you can see there's quite a lot of padding here. And on the top, there's quite a lot of padding there. So I'm going to remove the padding from this section. So I need to just click over the blue section, go into the section setting, go into the design, and go into the spacing. And here I'm going to change the custom padding. So I want to click on the device icon, make sure it's set to smartphone. Then I'm going to reduce the padding at the top to 0, and that moves it up. And then again, if I want to, I can get rid of this padding here. To do that, I need to go up to the section where this blue section settings is. Click on that setting, go into design, go into spacing, and go into the custom padding. Click on that device. Make sure it's smartphone selected. Then I'm going to scroll down a bit so I can see the bottom here, and I'm going to select 0. So that's moved it up a bit closer, and then save that one. So now as I scroll down on my mobile phone, there's not so much gap there in between. Again, I can do the same in between here. There's just a little bit of a gap in between what people are saying and then the testimonials. So I'm going to remove that. You can see that padding which is there. So what I need to do is to go into this screen section, the row section, go into design, go into spacing, find the custom padding and click on the device, go into the smartphone area, and I want to reduce the padding at the bottom, so I'm going to enter 0, and that's pulled it up a bit higher. So that looks a bit better on the mobile phone, and everything else is looking good. You can then go and do that for your tablet sizing. So clicking on the tablet view, the tablet view, you can scroll down to make sure it's looking good. So here the words are traveling over, so I'm wanting to go in and adjust that setting. So I need to go into the text setting, the design, the text, and then the tablet view, and I might increase that just so it's a little bit easier to read and it fits a bit nicer on the screen. And then also I can do the same for the heading text. Make sure the tablet is chosen, and I can increase that. And then save it out. I can then as well go in and change the size of the background image. So go into your row setting, go into design, go into spacing, and then find that area, the column 1 custom padding. So when I was in here before changing the smartphone to 50 at the top and 50 at the bottom, I could have gone in and done it then. So I'm going to change it to 50 at the top and 50 at the bottom. And then I might change this to 100 padding at the right, 100 padding at the left, just so it brings that text in a bit more. So I could even go more there. Now it just makes it a little bit easier for people who are coming in to read. And then I'll do the same for the column 2. Make sure it's set on tablet. And for column 3. Now it makes it a little bit easier for your customer if they're looking at it on their tablet device to read it easier. Again, here you can get rid of this space. I'm just going to save that one out. So here I can see there's a bit of padding there, but majority of the padding is here. So I'm going to go into the section setting and reduce that padding. So go into the design, go into spacing and the tablet and get rid of that. I could even go in and get rid of this padding. So to do that, I need to go into the big blue section setting, design, spacing, and custom padding and the tablet. And I'm going to go down to the bottom of that section and put in 0. And that will move that up a bit closer. So for the testimonials, it's a little bit wide to read, so I'm just going to move those in. What I need to do is I need to go into module setting, into design, into spacing, go into the device and click on tablet. And I'm just going to give it a bit more padding to the right and to the left. So that just brought the text more into the center. Then I can do the same with this one. And then down to the contact form, which looks good on the tablet device. So I've now made those adjustments for the mobile phone and for the tablet. So you guys can go in and make those adjustments on your site.